Do you know anyone else that I should talk to? On today's episode, we're going to see how Hunter was able to use the simple question of, do you know anyone else I should talk to unlock an incredible network of people simply by asking the people that he already knew who else they knew.
So you imagine for me, I took a shower, I came back in the room, I checked my email, just randomly decided to right at 10 o'clock, and I got 3 emails saying, I sent the Google Hangout, ready when you are. Meanwhile, I am in my towel. I have no way to get to a room that looks like a presentable room.
Yeah, you're in your dorm room.
Yeah, I'm in my dorm room. I put on a collared shirt and sweatpants because you can't see below the desk.
You're this is like Anchorman, right?
Yeah. Goodness, and so you can see
10 p.m. at night too, right? So you're probably mentally in a different place.
And I'm worried, okay, my roommate gonna come back soon, what if he walks in, I'm in an interview. And I remembered
And you're doing this Google Hangout too, so it's a video chat even. So it's not like just to get on the phone, it's a video chat.
Yeah. And he was going to put it on his site and his LinkedIn. And so I'm thinking, oh goodness, I'm going to do the best I can. I'm prepared. And we got that my roommate has this Baltimore flag in the background. There's an open drawer. It's just like it worked out.
Yes, and right? Like that's it. You
exactly.
Go with the flow. Many of us may feel like we have a limited network, limited access, and can't get exposure to people far and wide. Well, turns out there may be a secret weapon, and that is simply asking. There's a friend of mine named Colin who was moving to a new city. He was leaving Washington, D.C. and moving out to San Francisco. And he set out to build a network. He started with the list. He started with the list of people at the top that he knew already and said, I'm going to get time with them and ask them who they knew. He was disciplined in tracking, and over the course of about 3 months, he was able to network with over 300 people. But here's the crazy part. It only started with a group of about 10 people at the top, people that he already knew. He continued to ask people who else they knew, and suddenly, in just a matter of months, he built a massive network. Most of us have access to a much bigger network than we imagine, but sometimes we have to be thoughtful about the steps it's going to take to get there. And in this episode, you'll hear how Hunter was able to use single connections along the way to build deeper connections, and ultimately get to some of the people that he never thought he'd be able to interview for his book.
I definitely see that coming through in the interviews so far. As I'm starting to develop this sort of perhaps outdated model of leadership.
Perfect. That's everyone says, right?
Yeah, and that's the X part. I think the Y part is coming back to this concept of service and leadership. Mm-hmm. I think it's coming down to 3 main concepts. One is ownership, second is service, and the third is character. I think those are the strong 3 things that I'm finding so far.
Good.
And the interviews have just gotten better and better, I feel as though, too.
That's what happens when you get better at them, and it's like one of those things. Why you keep doing it, right?
I promise. I swear to you, the first one I did, I got off the phone and I called my dad about 2 minutes later, and I said, I'm not sure I can do this.
Really?
Because it was 20 minutes of just about pure torture. and believe me, I was not unprepared. I had done this guy's research. I won't say his name, but I'd done an hour's worth of research on his LinkedIn. I watched one of his keynotes. I have my questions ready. I have my paper out. It's ready to go.
And you're a curious guy. In class, you ask good questions. You draw logical leaps. So I would say, it's not as if I would say, I thought I sent you to the wolves, but it just is hard.
So when I first got on the phone, I'd say, I researched your background. Your business is incredible. I love your publications. I understand you're a consultant, so you're probably under disclosure. I recognize that. So I'm really interested in your personal stories. And then immediately that focuses them. Okay, interesting. When I was in high school, I can tell about this. I can tell about that story.
Right.
So they become much more open, and they know that I'm not trying to put them. They're not going to be on Time magazine for something, And that's really opened up, at least interviewing the consultants.
That's interesting, and that's kind of a big insight there. To sort of know your audience, right? To know that this audience has a walled garden of stuff, and you're upfront saying, I recognize you have a walled garden and I don't want to go in it. Now, that may actually open them to sort of even share some of those things in the walled garden, even, right? They're like, oh, well, since whatever, he's a trustworthy soul.
Certainly, yeah, and that's what I recognize has happened. He was receptive. He knew right away I wasn't trying to get into his business. He wanted to help me.
Right.
And he had so many interesting insights. He has been contacted by a number of companies you've heard of, Microsoft, Oracle, Intel. Obama was invited to one of his speeches.
Really?
Yeah, he met the Prime Minister of Malaysia.
And he's like in his mid-20s.
He is his early 30s now. Late 20s, somewhere in there. And just the insights he gave me. He speaks a lot about authenticity, because the one thing we talked about together is that it's very difficult to be someone else other than yourself for a long period of time.
Yeah.
You're going to be discovered soon when you're the leader if you are not authentically yourself.